In the years since the Sugarplum War, the valley has sweetened again. Snow tastes clean. The wind carries only winter, not char or burnt sugar. Yet when I close my eyes, I still see the battlefield as it truly was. The ground had been crushed to a dark candy powder. Gumdrop soil melted into black glass where the fires burned the hottest. The scent of scorched peppermint clung to the air so sharply it stung the lungs. Each time a fairy fell, the sound echoed like caramels snapping in two, a brittle crack that carried farther than any scream. Their weapons looked like decorations until the fighting began. Peppermint pikes splintered into jagged red shards. Sugar blades shattered easily, leaving edges that cut deep. Even the armor, woven from crystallized ribbons, broke into tiny fragments that embedded in wings and faces. Those same ribbons once hung from festival halls, glowing with joy. By the second night, few fairies could still fly. Torn wings dragged behind them as they moved through the drifts. Every step crunched across brittle candy fragments. Frost clung to their hair. Some pulled broken licorice whips behind them like ruined banners that would never fly again. They fought quietly, with no choreography, only the slow movements of creatures trying to survive the next blow. The smallest fairies suffered most. I remember one leaning against a cracked peppermint pillar. Her glowberry light faded to a dull pink. She called for her sisters in a voice too soft for the wind to carry. I wished I could comfort her, but mortals were forbidden to intervene. She died before dawn, wings curled like wilted sugar leaves. When the final clash faded, a stillness fell across the valley. Snow drifted over bodies that still held flecks of glitter. The crown of winter remained untouched on its pedestal, its glow extinguished, as if refusing to acknowledge what had been done in its name. The survivors gathered with wings hanging low. They placed shards of broken candy armor beside their fallen companions. Tokens of a sweetness none of them would ever taste again. There were no songs, only the soft crunch of snow under careful feet. People ask why the fairies fought, whether it was pride or fear or ancient magic. But the reasons do not matter as much as the cost. The valley healed. The dancers returned. Yet the memory remains, a reminder that even the sweetest world can turn bitter. And even creatures made for joy can be forced into sorrow they never deserved.